Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I'm your host, Johnnie Market. You all know that drill. Hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. Just disclaimer, none of this is to be construed as financial advice, just my opinion on the markets and what's going on. So let's get into today's action as it's June 24th. So if you actually look at today's market action, let me just try to US economic data today. Uh, oh yeah, I gotta share my screen. Let me share my screen first. Yeah, sorry, it's been a long day. So as you can see, nothing big today. Dallas Fed manufacturing and index negative, but most of our economy is consumer spending, so I don't think it will have really all that much. Tomorrow they have the home price, probably go up. It's summer. And new home sales and GDP is coming out this week. So, but today's market action, Dow Jones was up over 250 points, and right here it says investors snap up energy and bank stocks, which that is very unusual. I guess the big banks are deemed as safe because all these regional banks are not doing all that well. But there's just been this weird dichotomy in some of these days. Dow will go up, but the S&P right here down 16 points. And if you go here, let's go here. Right here, down 16. NASDAQ took a huge dive down 192. And so this is very interesting. Like we'll just go in and see anything. I'm going to scroll. I didn't read this yet. IT was the biggest declining sector. Yeah, we'll get into that later. Energy advanced 2.7. Financials and utilities were up 1%. Now the utilities should be a head scratcher because normally that's a risk off asset with the yields and everything. And Navidia fell 6.7%, adding to its 4% decline last week. So Navidia briefly dethroned Microsoft as the most valuable company. So yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to go through. There was really nothing but the enthusiasm over surrounding artificial intelligence has lifted the market significantly this year as investors grappled with shifting expectations for rate cuts in a slowing economy. And the thing about artificial intelligence, that's not going to help the economy. We're way less productive now than we were in the 80s, and the internet wasn't around. The technology, now the markets went up, but so let's get rid of this. We saw the market, and this is what it's saying. Navidia stock fell more than 6%. And so investors rotated out of the hottest play, the AI. So I try to highlight. So yeah, I don't know because sometimes this money can rotate. If it rotates in the other S&P, I don't think it's going to be that. A lot of people say Nvidia is the market, but yeah, but it's the thing is though they've bet so much on AI that AI that falls. I think the market falls and it will fall. Question is when. So yeah, it's interesting stuff. And here's the other thing: just talking about I talked about how there's going to be a housing crash, commercial real estate. I think first, but residential. Now I can't talk too much about it because this is paying, but once I get onto it, so here it is, New York Times, fearing losses, banks are quietly dumping real estate. And then here it is, fearing losses, banks. If landlords can't pay back, and then it doesn't say it's business and commercial, so I think it will be, and obviously you need a subscription. I'm not paying for that. So that's pretty much all I had for today. Is that you can see businesses, their bank or they're trying to unload their real estate loans. I think it's commercial. But this will cause a big problem and eventually spill over to residential. And as you know, it's an election year, so the markets are going to go up this year. They will do, I think, but you can see their cracks in that dichotomy where the S&P is down, but the Dow's up, or vice versa. It's a weird thing, and I am following it. I wish I had a great explanation for it, but I don't. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. And oh, let's get into gold. Gold had a big day today. Not sure exactly what it was. I'm gonna go check my phone. I'm not gonna do my show my phone. I'm just gonna check the price. I have the Kitco app. And of course, QE's up 138, but now in after hours it's down. So it was up, I think, $12, and but it was down 38 or 32 Friday. Big loss. So I think it's just a dead count bats. You know my position on gold. It's gonna decline or go sideways throughout the summer. The day they released the strategic petroleum reserves and said this does not look good. Uh, Gold was on its way of fighting through that correction, but I think the release of the SPR really hurt it. I mean, just my opinion. And not because of the SPR per self, but indirectly it hurt it because then that would create more economic activity and lower inflation numbers, and that got a sell off. So, and that's what's been happening ever since that. It's really taken a dump, not a dump, but a corrective bounce. So, anyway, I don't think it'll last too much longer. We'll see what happens when the facts change. I change. Well, anyway, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next video.